What is up? Jameson here, talking to you about Anthem being delayed and loot boxes again. So it looks like Anthem, or as I like to call it, Iron Man Simulator, has been delayed until 2019. It was originally expected to come out at the end of 2018, but it looks like it's not going to make that deadline. EA, who oversees BioWare, who's making Anthem, also, it looks like they're pulling a lot of people off of Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age game, to help work on Anthem to help it meet this deadline. So EA is under a lot of pressure after its complete and utter evisceration from Reddit because of Battlefront 2. Because of this, they're probably putting a lot more pressure on BioWare to deliver this game and to make sure it's good. There's also been some speculation things about loot boxes in Anthem, which were addressed. They said that they're only going to be cosmetic, but it is EA, so, maybe take that with a grain of salt a little bit. We'll see what actually happens when the game comes out. But again, after EA got completely demolished for what they did to Battlefront 2, I would hope that they would reel back the whole loot box thing as much as possible, but we'll see. Apparently a couple of the developers from BioWare expressed their anxiety with working for EA and the perception that is on EA with loot boxes and monetization of everything. One of the things that's hilarious about this commentary is mentioning EA as a Disney villain and painting them out to be this big bad evil company. After what happened, it's kind of hard to look at EA and not see them as greedy power mongers. That being said, working for a company that's underneath EA has got to put a lot of stress on the people working on the game because they surely want to make good games, but they're kind of at the mercy of what EA wants.
Honestly, I hate working here. They are so weird.
Apparently one of the reasons for the delay is that Anthem is being seen by BioWare and EA as a Destiny killer, so they're taking a lot of tips and things from the community of Destiny and trying to improve on those things while making their own game. Now Anthem looks really, really promising, but EA. Hopefully BioWare will be able to recover from the bad press that they got from Mass Effect Andromeda, which kind of flopped. It seems like they were kind of rushed to put that out, so maybe EA's saying, okay, we really need to make sure we do Anthem right, let's give them more time, put more resources on it, so we'll take people off Dragon Age to help, and give them a little bit more resources that they need to bring us something good after everything that happened this last year. EA has a lot to do to build some reputation back, so we'll hopefully see that come with Anthem and Dragon Age, whenever that comes. But until then, just kind of keep an eye on everything, and we'll hope that EA does things right this time. Let's just hope that EA doesn't ruin another very promising game. Speaking of loot boxes, we have a whole new situation with those.
Oh, this is one of the most exciting moments of my life. Well, here it goes.
Senator Ranker of the state of Washington has proposed a Senate bill to investigate the monetization and randomness and gambling aspects of loot boxes. Senator Ranker has introduced this bill that's supposed to determine whether loot boxes can be defined as gambling, and if so, how to regulate these things. Ranker said, quote, "It is unacceptable to be targeting our children with predatory gambling masked in a game with dancing bunnies or something," end quote. I personally find this hilarious because everyone in the gaming community really seems to hate loot boxes, and it's only going to make games better for people. People really hate the whole pay-to-win aspect of things. Now, when it comes to cosmetic loot boxes and things, it seems like a lot of people are more lenient to those because it doesn't actually impact the gameplay. It's more of just, you enjoy the game a lot, you want to get some special skins or something that make you, stand out. There's not really a problem with that. The big issue is when you're paying money for a physical game that's supposed to be the full price of the game, and then to actually be able to compete in the game, you're required to buy these loot crates. If someone were to buy the same game as you, and you're on an equal footing of skill level, and they go and spend a bunch of money buying these microtransactions that give them boosts to damage or, you know, more health or things like that, it really, really makes people despise these companies. It used to be, you go to the store, you buy your game, you take your game home, you play it, and then that's that. But now, EA and some of these other companies are trying to say, you buy the full game, but if you want to do good at this game, you got to pay money. And people hate that. Look at Nintendo, for example. You have huge games from Nintendo that are giving free content, that's right, free content to the consumers. Games like Splatoon 2, where they've been constantly adding new maps and stuff to the game, adding new weapons and things. It's not DLC, there's no microtransactions, everything is given to the consumer. You buy the game, and then Nintendo says, all right, we like our customers, we're going to continue to give free stuff to them to keep them interested in playing the game. And that has done extremely well for them. Another example is with the game ARMS, that's for the Nintendo Switch as well. They've been constantly releasing new fighters and maps and things like that for free to the consumers. Now that makes your company look good, that makes people, you know, want to play your games and trust you. When you go and sell someone something and then say, hold on just a second, if you want to actually be good at this, you got to keep paying. That is what turns people off. Hopefully EA learned from their mistakes, and hopefully this whole thing with Reddit and just downvoting and annihilating EA will change how a lot of companies look at these whole loot box things. Also, with this possible impending legislation and everything, it's going to really make companies be a little bit more, you know, on the hesitant side because they don't want to get into litigation risk and all that stuff. So hopefully it'll be for the benefit of all the gamers that these things are happening, and we'll only be able to see how this happens over the next few months and years. That being said, let's hope Anthem is as good as it looks and that it doesn't get ruined with all these stupid microtransactions. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel by clicking here, or watch another video by clicking here. Thank you.
With it!
No!